Come on down. Y'all come now here. Let me go to Paige, a first-time caller out of California. Paige, thank you for calling and thanks for holding. You're on the air.
Hi, how are you?
All is well. How you doing?
I'm well, Jesse. I feel like I'm talking to Yoda right now.
That's amazing.
You're like the Yoda of America.
That's funny. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I live with my grandma, and I know you're about to not like this, but I also live with my boyfriend.
Beta female.
Is that even a thing? Is beta female a thing?
Yes.
Okay.
A woman that's living with her boyfriend and not married is a beta female.
Yeah.
Why are you doing
I
it?
live with
Why are you living with him and not married to him?
Well, he wants to get married. Like he literally says if we want to just go down to the court and do it, we can do it.
Well, why have you done it then?
Because I guess I'm afraid that I don't want to make the wrong choice, or that because I'm only 20 years old.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if age matters when it comes to marriage.
It does.
I don't know.
So since you're afraid to do it because you're not sure if he's the right guy, why don't you have him go get his own place? You stay with grandma. Have him go get his own place, and you guys still date so that you can see no sex and all that. You'll see if it's the right guy or not. You would know for sure. Why not do it the right way so you can be sure?
I guess it's like my grandma. I've been kind of fighting her off too because she's a liberal. And
liberal.
I can't deal with it. Yeah, she wakes up and watches CNN, and it's just like.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
Why don't you get a job and move away from grandma?
Yeah, I've had multiple jobs. I've had about 5 jobs since I was 18.
Yeah.
I know 18 is kind of late to get a job too, because most people get it at 17. But yeah, I've had multiple jobs, and it's either been like people. I've had crazy people, because minimum wage people are just weird. Like a lot of them are just rude, or they're just perverted, or they're just they do something, and my first job, my manager was fired because he was asking women, including me, to have sex with him.
That's amazing.
So he got fired, and then I left the next 2 days later.
But why? Why did you leave?
The environment was so bad at that point. I just didn't want to be around it, because there was other.
Are you a groper?
Also like him.
Are you a groper? A grouper, whatever they call that. Are you a grouper? Gerper. You know what that is?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. So you're not that then. So you left the first job because your manager tried to ask you to have sex with him, right?
Yeah.
And you said no?
Yeah, I was like, no.
And so why would that make you leave that job?
I guess it was also because, like, I didn't like the assistant manager. He was okay. So you're going to be surprised by this too, but I smoke pot.
Pot smoker.
So he used to be my pot dealer. And so then he hired me onto this job, and he was just like so rude to me, because I just think maybe he just had no respect for me because of the pot.
Right.
But I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That I'm also trying to quit too. I watch a lot of your shows and how you tell people to just not judge yourself,
right.
Be aware of it, and just move on.
Yeah, it'll pass. No big deal.
And I watch a lot of your like alpha male shows.
Yeah.
And I'm also wondering, like, how do women watch those videos and know, like, okay, this is strictly just for men, or this also can relate to me?
Because the truth is for both male and female.
Mm-hmm.
God loved the woman too. He wants you to be free. He wants you to overcome mama and return to the Father so you can be yourself and not your mother.
Yeah.
And so real fast, so you left that job and then you got a second job. Why'd you leave that job?
So the next job I had, I met a ex-boyfriend there, and we started dating working at the same job. And we didn't like the fact that we worked together because I don't feel like you should work with your partner. I don't know. But,
Oh, was it a girl or a guy?
It was a guy.
Why you say partner? That's a homosexual thing.
Honestly, I don't know. I think probably just for adults. Like, I don't. Around my parents, I'll say partner to make it not sound so romantic, I guess.
All right, so you dated your ex-boyfriend on the job, and what happened?
Lots of just drama. He ended up cheating on me
Okay.
after we left the job, but we were at the job, and he was obviously cheating on me. So there was a lot of drama.
Come back to your phone. You
And,
sound a little muffled.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
He ended up cheating on me, and there was just so much drama and so many women that were approaching me and saying, hey, you know, something's going on with your boyfriend. And it was so horrible that I would miss work a lot because I would just be a mess. I would just feel like I didn't want to go. I don't want to know anything. I don't want to see these people.
So you were getting what you deserve, right?
Yeah.
Because had you not had sex with him, you would not have gone through that.
Yeah.
And so you start to overreact to that, and it got so bad you could not go to work.
Mhm.
Am I right?
Yeah.
So that's the second job. What happened with the third job? You sound like one of those black people from Jamaica. What happened with the third job?
The third job, I had missed 3 days in the 3-month prohibitionary period.
Right.
So and it was only a single restaurant that was only owned by one person, and he came in every single day.
Right.
So he took that seriously, and they just let me go. And the manager who had to let me go but didn't fire me even told me, I really don't want to let you go because you're a really hard worker, but I have to because you missed 3 days.
Right. That's right. And so how about the fourth job?
Well, okay, so by the fourth job, my mom had kicked me out of the house because I was living with my boyfriend at her house.
Amazing.
And she kicked me out. We ended up living with friends and random people and all kinds of different places until we ended up back at my grandma's.
Why is it that he can't get you guys you shouldn't be living together anyway, but let's say you're living together. Why doesn't he get a place for you guys?
Yeah, well, it's actually funny, but because we're about to just go pick up right now his first actual check because he's been working a full-time job for 4 weeks now.
Uh-huh.
And the first week he got paid for the only 1 week because it was in the middle of the pay period.
Right.
But right now, in the next 30 minutes, he's going to get his actual 2-week check for a full-time job. So we're going to...
So have you been taking care of him up until now?
Yeah.
Beta female!
It's like I know the truth, but I'm just so, beta.
Amazing. And so that when we stop on the fourth job or the fifth job? What happened with the fifth job?
Okay, so the fifth job, they just hired me and 6 other people at the same time.
Uh-huh.
And they gave me 4 hours a week of work, as if I'm going to be able to live off of 4 hours a week. That's not even legal, I don't even think, too. So now I'm on the hunt for a job anywhere. I'll do anything at this point.
You have an amazing life, Paige. I love it.
My life is crazy, Jesse. My parents My mom cheated on my dad when I was 8 years old with a married man.
Wow.
And my dad is married to his wife now.
So your mother cheated on your father when she was married to your father, and now your father's married to the man's wife that your mother cheated with?
Yep. They basically switched, and they've both been married for a decade to the other person.
It doesn't get any better than this.
I found out 4 years into their relationships that they were previously married to each other.
Wow. And how did you find out?
At a dinner table at dinner, because my parents were talking about it, and I said, wait, what do you mean him and her had a house? And they're like, oh, well, they were once married. And I'm like, what? I was like, I got tricked or something. I got being punked or something.
This is amazing. Well, and so how may I help you? What can I do?
Oh, okay. How do I get? Okay, well, I know I have to go forgive my mother because I've never had a good relationship with her.
Right.
And do I have to forgive my father in person, or do I just return to the father? What does that mean?
Yeah, you should forgive your father for being weak as well, because if he's done what you say that he did, he's not been a good example for you at all. So forgive him for being weak as well. Don't resent him. And if you can tell him that, it's definitely best to go and tell him that he was a beta male, he was not good for you, and you're suffering because of that. And let him know what your mother did to you. Forgive your mother as well, and then go and get yourself a real job. Are you doing my silent prayer video?
No, I've watched I watched so many of your videos. I've watched that video, and I want to start it.
Yeah, start doing that. But go and forgive your parents. Start doing that. Get a nice job. Get your own apartment. Don't live with the boyfriend. You still can date, but no sex until you can see whether you want to. It's the right thing to do to be with him or not. It's going to be amazing. All this stuff that's happening in your life is just bringing you to this moment to wake you up. It's the pain of trying to wake you up, and you're just being hard-headed for a while, but you're going to be fine. It's no big deal. But you got to go and forgive and get yourself a job. And don't overreact, and don't judge the people at work. You can see how nutty they are, but don't judge them for being nutty. All right?
Yeah, my grandma, and I try to not fight with her, but it's just crazy how much she hates Trump, and it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but you got to get away from grandma. But until then, don't resent her for the way she is. She can't help it either. People literally can't help but be what they are until they take a look at themselves and repent and overcome it. Because they're either driven by evil, and once you repent, you're driven by good. That's when life is amazing. So don't hold it against grandma. Don't judge yourself and grandma. You'll be fine. And grandma just hate men. That's what it is. So Trump is a real man, and women, if they can't control you, they'll judge you.
That's true. Yeah.
But you're doing fine. You've gone through a lot of very interesting things, but it's just to wake you up. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I could write a novel, Jesse, but I'm hoping to move out to L.A. sometime. I don't want to stay in Fresno because there's nothing out here for me.
Oh, you're right. I've been up there. There's nothing there.
There's nothing. There's literally a nickel arcade and a movie theater.
And a bunch of fat lesbians.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to go to L.A., but, L.A. can also be a bunch of fat lesbians if you don't go to the right part.
That's right.
So I'm trying to figure it out, and I want to go to your church session so badly. So.
Yeah. Well, here's what you do. But for now, look for a job wherever you are, and then save 10%, and then God will show you the next move to make, and you'll be ready for it. Don't do anything in a hurry. Don't do anything, just take your time, one step at a time. It'll work out for you. He loves you. And the reason you can see where I'm coming from is because he's allowing you to see it. And so you're on your way home. Just relax and take one step at a time. For now, go find yourself a job and tell your boyfriend you're not going to live with him anymore. Have him move out. Stay with grandma, but don't hate grandma. And save your money and then you'll find a location that you can live in for now, and then save more money. And one thing will just leave. It's going to be amazing, but you got to stop. These people on these jobs, don't judge them. They're out of control. Don't agree with what they're doing, but don't judge them for it. That way, you're not playing God, and He'll help you through all things. You'll be fine.
Okay.
All right. So just start now, doing it right, and it'll be fine. Don't worry about what happened yesterday or all the 5 jobs you had. No big deal. And you know to doubt every thought. But I really recommend that you start doing the silent prayer. But just relax. You got to let the guy go, though, as far as living with him and sexing with him.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Because sex is not love. Just because you guys are having sex, you're not in love. You're not making love.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's been like very controlling. Like if I even text anybody else, he freaks out.
Come back to your phone for a minute.
If I even like text anybody, he freaks out thinking I'm going to cheat on him. It's like he's very controlling.
Well,
So it's going to be hard to tell him, no, I can't live with him, but he'll have to either accept it or move on, I guess.
Yes, he's a beta male. You definitely don't want a man that you already know is insecure like that. It's just going to get worse if you should marry him in that condition. Most people in that condition, they don't see what they're getting into, but you can see what you're getting into. And so if you get into this guy right now and marry him knowing that he's that insecure and jealous and all that, it's just going to be hell. It's not going to be a good marriage at all.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah, I never imagined even getting married in my 20s. It's weird because I always feel like I have a purpose in life.
Right.
And it's going to be having a family, but I feel like there's something else with that.
Well, right now your purpose is to seek the kingdom of God. Return to the Father, you'll be fine. And then you'll see the next thing to do. It'll be real clear, and it will be without a doubt. Whatever that is, it'll be made clear for you.
Okay.
So do the silent prayer. Tell your boyfriend he got to go. You guys cannot live together. No more sex together. I'm not telling you to break up. That's up to you. But I'm telling you, no sex so you can have a clear mind and you can see if this is the right guy for you.
Okay.
Just calm down one day at a time. It'll be fine.
Yeah, calming down is the hardest part. I think everybody would agree.
Once you go and forgive your mother and your father, you can't help but calm down because all that stress of anger would disappear, and you would be at peace, and you can't help but calm down. But as long as you have that anger, you cannot calm down.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you so much, Jesse.
Paige, you are an amazing beta girl.
Am I the first to be a beta girl? I hope not.
Oh, no. There are a whole lot of beta girls and beta adult women out there. You'll be surprised. Grandma is a beta grandma.
Yeah, beta elder.
Uh-huh. But be honest with Grandma. Just don't be mad at Grandma, all right? She can't help it.
Okay.
Speak up, but don't resent. Paige, would you let me know how it goes?
Yeah, I'll call you back when things are getting better, and I'll be also.
All right, let me know. God bless you, all right?
You too.
But if you take those steps I just given you, you can't go wrong. You're only going right.
Okay.
And don't believe any thoughts at all. And don't judge people.
That's what I'm trying.
No.
Yeah, it sounds like the hard road, but I'm telling myself it's the right road.
Yeah, it is. But you'll see. And don't try to doubt thoughts. Just be aware of them. Watch them going by like watching a movie. You'll be fine.
Okay.
All right, Paige. God bless you.
You too. Have a great day.
All right, you too. Amazing. Can you imagine your father is now married to the woman that your mama cheated on husband with? What a mess.